So we've come to Hash House A Go-Go. I came here a long time back. Last time I was here and I had this very breakfast. I insisted Sean try. So there's a lot of chicken there, isn't there, Sean?
Just a little bit.
There's a lot of waffles.
I don't think I might eat.
They've got bacon through the waffles. Look at that beauty. Zinky, if you're watching, you need to try this. And I have come for some mental fried chicken Benedict thing, which is on fuck knows what. There you go. Got to put some Tabasco on it as well. There we go. I'm going to come back and see how much you managed to eat. So, how are you finding it?
That's a lot of chicken. And there's still a lot of waffles.
It's not a lot of chicken anymore, but you've got a lot of waffles to eat. I've tapped out early. I've left a lot of the biscuit, as they call it, and some bacon and stuff, and the batter from the chicken. I've ate all the meat, and so have you. Yeah. We're going to come back and see how much more he gets through. What I have learned is that biscuit is like a big, stodgy, baked mashed potato type thing. And piling fried chicken, bacon, eggs, and other stuff on it. It's a lot of stodge to get through. Tried my best, but the lady, the waitress, said I can't have any dessert because I didn't finish it. Sean, on the other hand, he's trying his best. He's getting there.
About one whole waffle left.
One whole waffle. Crikey. And that's like a breakfast in itself, to be fair. There's no need for anybody to go hungry in this nation when there's so much food.
Like I was just saying to Stu, you can probably buy this and split it among 5 people and everyone has a nice breakfast.
Yeah, easy. We're actually going to engage in our first bit of Warhammer chat. So, Sean, what army are you bringing to LVO?
I have Greybeard for with the Fire Slayers and all that. And I've got a big nigh unkillable magma dust to shove down people's throat and then hopefully deal with what comes afterwards. So that, a smattering of heroes, a battlesmith and that, and then 2 10s of Hearthguard with 1 each weapon type, and then another 2 10s of Volkites, and then an invocation for a nice easy grand strategy.
Cool. So how many games do you think you'll win, or how many do you want to win versus loss?
Well, I was pumped after the last one where I went 3-1-1, so I'd like to go at least 3-2.
3-2, okay. And what do you least want to play?
Oh god, probably heavy shooting armies.
Yeah.
Everything but that is fine, because we're not in the new book, so none of my guys can hide from it yet.
Yeah, okay. Right then, we're going to take the power, the energy from our Hash House A Go-Go breakfast, and we're going to walk to Fremont, which is 5.5 miles. And I'm pushing this because I'm doing a Lord of the Rings walking challenge, and it's 5.2 miles to Maggot's Farm, and that's our aim for today. So it's the morning of. We're all dressed up. We've got an Apex Predator, Team Scotland. So I'm playing as Stormcast. I'm basically going with the Reign of Stars meme list with bubble, mortal wound attacks and some snipey stuff. Don't really know how to play it very well, but I'll get there. Today we've got
Presence of Idols.
Presence of Idols. Then we've got Rise of Galley, and then Silk Steel. So see how that goes. Yeah, it's great. It's really big, really busy. And yeah, we're going to actually do some Warhammering rather than drinking. We're well rested. Yeah. We were in bed for like 9 o'clock last night. So this is the first Sean's eaten in 24 hours. I managed a hot dog before bed. So yeah, here we go. Good luck. So, game one's done. I was against Stormcast. It was good. It was a battle plan I wasn't really looking forward to. I was playing a guy called Jonathan from Canada, from Toronto. Really nice guy, and he really suffered under my magic, so it's a shame, but it was a strong win in the end. 23-10, I think I won. Sean's still playing. We'll have a word with him shortly, and then we've got Prize of Galahad. Right then, this is the morning of day 2. Sun is shining. There's snow on the mountain. Look at the mountain. There. Yeah. Anyway, so how did it go? First game I played against... Oh, I'll come back to the first game. It wasn't good for the poor lad. He couldn't really handle the mortal wounds nonsense and the bubbles, so yeah, he struggled. Second, I went up against Caleb and his Zinch, and I was absolutely demolished. I really rely on the magic phase, and yeah, I didn't get one. He had a really cool trick with killing one of his casters who was bound to the thing, sending it wild straight away, summoning a portal 27 inches away from his thaumaturge, and then charging the portal, eating the portal, powering up, and then piling into my stuff, pinning it. So I didn't expect it. It was a good move. He was a good player, didn't put a foot wrong. And then I played against the Ogres, and the Ogres, yeah, it was a 3 Iron Blaster one, but unfortunately for my opponent, I managed to take 2 of the Iron Blasters off in my first turn, and then the second one pretty soon afterwards in his characters. So yeah, it didn't go too well for him, but everybody was really nice opponents. Yeah, it was a good day. So 2-1. I think I'm sitting at 111th place. Right, I'm gonna flip this camera. Before Sean starts, I had a quick look, and yes, how may I forget, I played against Stormcast. It was a Stormcast off, but his was more honest. He had dragons and stuff, and it took him a couple of turns to get over. He pushed in his general with the Luckstone, the Knight Draconis, into my Fulminators, and unfortunately I think he took 7 mortal wounds on the charge. He died up to 1 Fulminator, so it was a good trade for me. And yeah, I'm learning a little bit more to sit behind the castle until turn 3 and then come out. But yeah, there we go. So how about you? How are the Slayers doing?
Well, I'm 1 and 2 today. Well, yesterday even. First game was against Cruel Boys. It's the list that is Gobsbrack, a Killaboss, 3 units of Hobgrots, and then Bolt Boys, Bolt Boys, Bolt Boys, Bolt Boys.
Yeah.
I fell until the point limit goes up.
Yeah. You did good.
I beat that because I don't think he expected the Magmador to go quite as far around as it did.
Mm-hmm.
And then it ate about 3 squads and got about 4 or 5 of them stuck in combat with it, so they couldn't get out from it. And then the rest of the army pushed up and dealt with most of the Hobgrots that were put in front to the Magmador that went round.
Yeah.
And then just sort of charged in, and by the end of it there wasn't a huge amount of I think I had about 4 left in each Hearthguard squad.
Yeah.
But they'd be, over the course of the 5 turns, they'd rallied about 8 or 9 back.
Right, okay.
So it was a bit of a grind, because obviously he can just blink off whatever he wants with lots and lots and lots of bolt boy shots. And he did manage to get the no word thing off, which is why the Magmador died in his shooting phase, which I was hoping it wouldn't happen. But.
And what did you lose to? What, second and
lost
third?
To Scarlet Doom Nighthaunt.
Yeah.
You had 40 Blade Geists, some Chain Rasps and Expert Conquerors, and then a Hero Ball that is really annoying to try and damage.
Yeah, it's hard to get into if you've not got range.
So he came right up in front of me and ran into my 2 Volkite squads, killed both Volkite squads, but in retaliation, some of the Hearthguard with the pole axes killed about 10 from one unit, and then nothing happened on the other unit, nothing was within 3. And when I went into my turn 1, I went in with the Magma Droth into one unit, and the Hearthguard into the other, and some other stuff forward, and killed all 40 Blade Geists after turn 1, and I gave my opponent the fear.
Yeah.
When I did that, but I couldn't keep up because I just couldn't put the damage in on the Hero Ball.
Yeah.
And then it was Prize of Galley, and the terrain was set up in such a way I couldn't get round to things.
Yeah, and then you had Nurgle, didn't you, for the final game?
Which
he was too fast for you. And that terrain I noticed was like the big blocking, long linear things that you had to go right round, which was going to take dwarves ages.
It wasn't necessarily the speed. I think I deployed my poleaxe squad wrong. I should have put them in a different spot. But aside from that, it's Silk Steel Nest, and I have to spread myself so thin to be even over my side that he can drop the supplies down on one side. Yeah. And that's me being already got. So, but then it was a grind out to the end there, and there was I think it was a Hearthguard unit and the Flame Keeper and some Volkites left. Yeah. Holding 2 points. So yeah, it was. It was close until about turn 3, but I never got any of the priorities until like turn 5. So. No. And that was just a talk out round.
We'll see for the final.
We also learned a valuable lesson that although I'm not great at Warhammer, I'm certainly better at rolling charges than I am on the craps tables. So that was a short-lived endeavour last night. And equally, Sean's not great at roulette, it seems.
Well, no. I decided to put $100 on one number and it didn't come up, so.
Yeah, the odds. Everybody was a bit astounded. Quite a few people around the place did drop their money on the same number thinking he knew something. He didn't.
Yeah, so I lost a lot of people money.
Yeah, so anyway, on to day 2. We're going to go and find ourselves some coffee.